Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the Retrollectors gladly present our Royal Rumble picks.
Yes, we have a lot of things to talk about dealing with wrestling.
Yeah, this
one of our second favorite things to do.
Yeah, this is, we tend to watch wrestling separate. I watch Raw. I don't have the WWE network. I got to pick that up, but Danny watches a lot of the pay-per-views, and he has the tight scoop of who's going to win this Royal Rumble and has an idea of who's going to go to WrestleMania with the title, basically.
Yeah, they kind of play it off, and they try to confuse you with different things.
They're very predictable nowadays.
Yes, they become very predictable. So, you want to talk about a couple of matches on this card?
Let's start off with Sasha Banks and Nia Jax.
Which will probably be like an undercard match.
Oh, yeah, definitely undercard match. It's
no title.
No title, nothing up for grabs. It's basically to see who's, I guess, number one contender after the Charlotte and Bayley match.
But that's the thing, right? Because if you think about it, if Sasha wins and then Charlotte retains, then it's just going to go with that feud again, and they're going to build that feud.
Yeah.
So they're brewing something for the
because there's
for WrestleMania.
The women's division on Raw isn't as deep as it is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So you always have the same characters over and over again. Charlotte versus Sasha. Sasha versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Even when it comes to the heavyweight titles, the same thing. Kevin Owens versus Reigns. Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
But I think with that Charlotte versus Nia Jax, I hope Nia Jax wins. I don't see it happening because then they'll bury Sasha again, and Sasha's too much of a
crowd favorite,
and a merchandise seller. So I think she's gonna end up winning. Sasha's gonna end up winning, or it's gonna be a DQ. Yeah. And I think that's something going to lead to another match later on in the night, or maybe to WrestleMania.
I could see Sasha winning, and then if Bayley takes the title from Charlotte, then Bayley, it's like the 4 horsewoman, you know?
Yeah, but I don't see Charlotte. Even if she does lose, I think she'll be she's going to be going into whatever match Bayley's going to be going and interfering on that anyways. I think it's just she's too much of a I don't know. I can't say spoiled sport because they're all actors, but I think that
they all act. What?
I think that they're gonna be basically. I think it's at WrestleMania. It's gonna be like an elimination chamber at WrestleMania,
or elimination match.
Elimination match where it's gonna be the 4 characters: Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Charlotte, and Bayley in the corner of each ring, and they're gonna have something where pinfalls count anywhere in the building, I guess, or anywhere in the arena.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I would agree. Yeah, probably something like that. Next match, we got Rich Swann and Neville. So I think Neville's changed his whole character. Yeah. Now he's a heel, which I think it's working for him. But if you watch all the videos before, if you're watching all the videos, like previous videos about him and how about back home when they did like a whole 24 series on him, it's like he's too nice of a guy. And if you know enough about him, he doesn't sell that character.
Yeah, he doesn't come off as a very big villainous heel.
Yeah.
But he that whole image change did come off really well. He's a fantastic wrestler, really quick, agile, great wrestler. I like that they ended up putting black tights on him because he's a heel. Like, I don't understand why does the black refer
darkness,
to darkness. He's wearing little tights. Why is that referred to a heel? But I like that he's come back and since his injury, and he's actually changed his image. I do like that a lot. I think he should still come out on top, but I don't think they're
so too.
I don't know if for me right now. Wrestling is the year of the heel, whereas all heels have done nothing but great things for the brand, for WWE, where it comes from AJ Styles, The Miz, fantastic. Now with Neville, even Dolph Ziggler switching to heel.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I think that the whole year of the heel is good for the brand.
They want to even push Reigns to be like full-blown heel.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing with Reigns, but
I
think
they never do.
Yeah, they're pushing him, not pushing him, whatever. But I think Neville should come out on top. I think they'll make Rich Swann lose the title just like that. I think it'll be just basically a pinfall, and I think Neville's going to end up losing.
Yeah. Now we're going into the 6-woman match.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of them. There's the Becky, Naomi, Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know where you go with this one. Alexa Bliss is the champ.
Yeah, and she has Mickie James in her corner.
Mickie James has come back now from being off the roster forever. I guess she wanted to come back for one last run. There could be a backstab in there.
I think so. It could be.
Mickie James could backstab Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Like Mickie James had that thing with our Canadian Trish Stratus back in the day where she kind of was a super fan.
Yeah.
So there could be something that goes on there. You never know.
I think Alexa Bliss is going to win just because, again, I feel this whole year of the heel is just, it's riding an up momentum. So I think she's going to win. I think Mickie James is going to end up helping her, but there might be a backstab. Like, I'm not sure who's going to come in.
I think so.
I don't think the Bellas are going to come out on top.
No. Then Natalia's kind of moved on to that, like, kind of teacher role, you know? Like,
she's not going to... She's a mentor right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like for her, she's not, I don't know. But she has that dark side. She's turning into a heel now, too. She's freaking out about everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe Alexa Bliss, maybe you're right. I don't know. They could push Naomi. She's like an amazing athlete. But I don't know about any other ones. There could be a feud still going on.
I just think Alexa Bliss is your best bet. I think she's making other wrestlers better.
Yeah, she's got a lot of life in her.
You can't give it to one of the Bellas, and all of a sudden, what angle are you going to do that? You always want. I think, in my opinion, you always want to heel as a champion because there's so many more things he can do or she can do. She can interfere in more matches, and therefore causing more turmoil in other people's careers. So if Alexa Bliss wins, she can affect Naomi's match in another thing and create a little
build up hype for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I feel it. And back to women's again. This card's full of women's matches. Charlotte and Bayley. Who do you think?
Again, I'm going with the heel. I'm going to say Charlotte. I think it's going to be a DQ. I think Sasha's going to end up running down whether she wins or loses. I think she's going to still interfere on that match.
That's a dead horse. They're beating a dead horse.
I know.
That whole beef again.
I know.
I don't know.
Right now, like, the writers aren't going anywhere. But this is the writers on Raw and SmackDown aren't really going anywhere. SmackDown's a lot better than Raw. But they're writing on that. I don't know if that's really going to portray into the pay-per-views. I think the pay-per-views might be up in the air. Like, they could do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
I think that the writers don't have any real story in the pay-per-views. I think it's just, okay, you guys wrestle, and here's an outcome. Vince McMahon picks an outcome, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this is like the beginning to the road to WrestleMania. So you think that they would kind of build up, kind of start showing things that are possibly going to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, something could happen in that match, and it could build for something else. Yeah, for WrestleMania. So
I'm just like I said at the beginning. I think it might be an elimination chamber where you have Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Bayley all in the corners, and pinfalls count anywhere. Anybody wins. I don't know who's going to come out on top on that, but I still think Charlotte's going to win. I can't stand Bayley as a character. Really can't.
She's too babyface.
Oh, she's way too babyface. I can't stand it.
I know, they could never turn her heel.
No, oh God, with New Day and New Day's whole push with her, it was like, please, cringeworthy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, moving on. One of the things, the tag teams. I don't really like tag teams, but
especially nowadays.
Yeah, I know. It's Cesaro, Sheamus against Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah. So
who do you think? Who do you want?
I want Gallows and Anderson. They've always been there. Like when it came to New Day, they had New Day's number more than one occasion, and basically lost on a stipulation or lost because of they something stupid happened in the ring. I think it's their turn to actually get the title. But I think that right now the market for Sheamus's and Cesaro's apparel and all that stuff is still skyrocketing. So I think they're not going to make him lose.
No, I don't think so either.
But yeah, because Cesaro is a fan favorite. He's a neutral character. He's not a babyface. He's neutral. And Sheamus is the same thing. He's not a babyface. He's not necessarily
he's
a heel.
He's never found his way. I mean, he's a heel a little bit.
He's a heel a little bit, but he's not. I think he's more of a neutral character, more of a self-centered character rather than a heel.
Yeah.
I think that they're riding that coattail of how they're right now intertwining and they're actually part of a team. Mm-hmm. They've got a cohesion going now, and I think they'll end up winning. But I would like still Gallows and Anderson to win.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I
wouldn't mind. If they won. I don't really care. I don't really care who wins that.
Yeah.
Next two matches are very important because it's who's going to be facing the winner of the Royal Rumble. So we'll start first with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns.
Reigns is going to win.
You think Reigns is going to win?
I can't stand it. I don't like Reigns. I don't like the force that they're. I understand The Rock was the face that ran the place back in the day, but they're trying so hard with Roman Reigns, and they're forcing him down your throat. Whether it came to a Raw night where it was Owens versus Reigns for the heavyweight title belt, and then Owens wins, and then next week they do Reigns versus Owens for the U.S. title. It's like, why are you putting title versus title up against each other? Nobody's gonna come out with 2 titles on Raw. That's illogical. It's so stupid.
I know. I think they run out of stuff to do with Reigns. And you know what? When you think about it, Reigns has what they call the industry the it factor. He has everything that you need to be an amazing athlete.
He's got the look. Everything. He's got the size. He's got
his
everything.
mic skills are okay, but I'm saying
not.
There's people that have worse that have been amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like the crowd can't get behind him, and he needs to embrace being possibly a full-blown heel.
Yeah.
And just be a jerk.
Yeah.
And get the boos. The boos are the same as the
Attack
cheers.
Seth Rollins.
As long as you're getting a reaction. Yeah.
Attack Seth Rollins. Honestly,
Anything.
just do something, because you teased at the Shield. You're not going to do that because you're missing one member.
Yeah.
And Ambrose being on SmackDown. You're not doing anything with Roman Reigns that hasn't been done already before, forced down people's throats. So I think you're better off just, if you're going to win, make him turn heel. That's one. And make him attack Seth Rollins, and hopefully that leads to a match at WrestleMania. But you're not going to have it because WrestleMania is going to be with Seth Rollins and Triple H. So again,
what? Spoiler alert?
I think that's going to happen. They've been teasing at that since last WrestleMania, and I think that's going to be a very big match. Obviously, it's a draw, but I'd rather see Reigns just turn heel and that's it. But I still want Kevin Owens. Just Canadian pride, man. I just want Kevin Owens to win. I can't stand Roman Reigns.
All right, well, then we'll move on to the next one. AJ Styles and John Cena.
Go AJ!
Yeah, I agree. AJ Styles. I was talking to Mike actually earlier, and I was talking to him about the potential of this match that I always think in my head because of John Cena he's got 15 titles, and Triple H has 14 titles. So I was always thinking in my head that there would be a point in time where they would tie Ric Flair for the most titles, and then they would have a championship match where the title's raised above or something, and whoever wins it gets a 17th title. But they would have to build up Triple H. He's got to win 2 more.
He's got to win 2 titles, and for that to happen, if he beats Seth Rollins, then he has to go into another match against the heavyweight title holder, and then he's got to win that, and then he's got to tie John Cena, and then they're going to have to do where he loses it and the title's vacated for one of them to have, or tie Flair. It's kind of not feasible.
Yeah,
but
I just always thought the potential of Flair being a referee
that would be good.
too.
Yeah, that would be good, right? Like you would.
It'd be cool to watch.
2 of the biggest names in wrestling as far as titles right now go, and you have the biggest name with Ric Flair of all time.
Or do they end it just with Ric Flair always having the most? Like everybody said, he was the best wrestler of all time.
And John Cena, I don't see him leaving anytime soon.
Oh, he's got lots of years.
Yeah, his movie career is not going anywhere.
That's rude.
Yeah, sorry. His SNL thing didn't really do very well. He's got a little bit of a movie like cameos, but nothing great. He's not. They're trying to push him. Well, I'm sure his agent's trying to push him like The Rock. Not working out. Obviously, The Rock is his own beast.
Yeah.
And that's that. But I think John Cena still got many years. As long as he stays healthy, he's gonna do very well. I think he's gonna beat it. I don't know against who.
Yeah, but that's going to be a huge match. That's the thing. That's worthy of WrestleMania. That's all WrestleMania for sure.
I don't see him beating.
And
AJ
it has
Styles.
to be something that involves Ric Flair for that.
Yeah,
like it has to be something. They're
I
not
don't
going to
see
do it
AJ
without
Styles losing. I don't see it. I think AJ Styles again. He's a heel, but he's getting huge pops from the crowd. Even though his lines, and he's got that stupid haircut, his lines are like the face that runs the place. It's basically John Cena's whole spiel.
Yeah.
But it's working out for him, and he's a fantastic wrestler. Some of the best matches I've seen were against John Cena and AJ Styles when AJ Styles came into the WWE.
Last Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I say, I see AJ Styles retain this title for a little bit longer. Who he's going to lose against? Don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't see Cena winning it. I think it's going to be something. Maybe somebody's going to come and interfere. I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah.
The main event, the Royal Rumble itself.
Yeah, this is basically the greatest thing next to WrestleMania. I think it's, in my opinion, it's even better because it's 30 separate wrestlers. This is just one giant match. It's the most fun you can honestly have during a pay-per-view. I think, and anybody could win.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly between WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. I honestly, I hate to say it, that I like the Royal Rumble more, but it would be better if the card was a little bit better.
Yeah, the overall card. Yeah,
but
WrestleMania, they make the cards better.
Yeah,
but sometimes your main event isn't as good. Whereas I think the Royal Rumble, even if the cards aren't good, at least you have that Royal Rumble to look forward to. Like, you have the big match to look forward to.
I think that's, too, the strategy, too, because I think there's going to be a lot of things that actually happen within the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lot of things going on. Because they've been playing around with the whole idea of the Big Show and Shaq.
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to be there. I have no doubt that Shaq's going to come out.
Yeah.
Because they've been having talks on Twitter and stuff like that, back and forth. So that's going to happen.
The new wrestlers that are going to be coming back, maybe we're going to see Finn Balor come back.
Possibly.
That'd be amazing if we saw him back, because we saw him United Kingdom belt. He actually did something with Triple H. He was actually inaugurated the champion for it. So he might be coming back sooner than later. Hopefully sooner.
Kurt Angle
with
you
the
never know.
For the WrestleMania.
He's going to make an appearance sooner or later.
I think so.
I think he'll make it wrestling. It might just be one-time thing, but I think that he might make an appearance there.
Yeah, who do you think's going to win?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's up in the air. Like, the Royal Rumble, literally anybody could win, and that's what's good, because we've seen it in the past where literally anybody could win. I think, who's going to win?
Go ahead.
I don't think it's going to be the big four. I don't think it's going to be Strowman, Brock. I don't think it's going to be Goldberg, and I don't think it's going to be Taker.
I think they're going to be at the end.
Oh,
I was going to say that I don't think it's going to be Strowman, but I think he's going to be somewhere in the end.
I would love for this to happen. I was saying this to a bunch of friends at work. I would love for this to happen where it's Brock, Goldberg, Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and anybody else in the ring. I don't really care who the last guy is. I would love for Strowman to eliminate the two big guys. And when it comes to Strowman, Bray, and the third character, whoever it is, let's say it's Taker, Strowman looks at Bray, eliminates Taker, and Strowman just walks over the title, over the ropes,
and gives it to
Bray.
That would be dirty.
I would love to see Bray actually.
I always wanted to get a push. We always talked about this.
Yeah, Bray's my favorite thing. Again, the year of the heel. They've done nothing with him. He's got so much potential. Like they could have made him the new face of fear. Obviously, like what they did with Mankind and Taker. When Taker and Mankind went back face to face, they were always alternating as to who was the new face of fear. And then Kane came in, and he was the new face of fear. And now you have Bray Wyatt, and they haven't really pushed him in the potential that they did with Mankind or Taker or Kane. They could have made Taker fight Bray, which they did, and make Bray the new face of fear, and maybe that would have brought Taker to his retirement. Didn't happen. They made Taker win. Fine, so be it. They could have did it on another point in time. Didn't do that. This whole Randy Orton thing is pointless right now. I think Strowman is going to eliminate himself, and hopefully Bray's going to win. I would love for that to happen. It's just,
you know what? This is probably the first time that it's ever been open-ended on the Royal Rumble, because usually you can kind of almost predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But now with the brand split, it's like it's anybody's game, and who could he possibly face? There's all titles going on all over the place.
Yeah.
So usually it makes sense to us, but now it's like so open-ended.
There's so many more titles now. It's like there's two heavyweight titles. There's two basically IC and the US title. There's 2 tag team titles, and then you got the cruiserweight titles and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of titles going on. I don't see anybody small winning it, like as far as the cruiserweights or anybody like Dolph Ziggler or anything like that.
No.
I don't see Miz or Ambrose. Obviously, they're not going to.
No, they would have already started building some sort of story
angle or something like that.
Yeah.
What
if Shaq wins the whole thing?
Oh God. I wouldn't put it past fucking WWE to really throw a curveball, but I hope it's Bray Wyatt. I'm right now. I'm the big fan of the heel. This is the year for me. Miz is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. I didn't like him before, but now with his smoking hot wife.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Shit.
So with his whole angle, it's amazing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. And then it's like Taker really, I couldn't see him winning it to go into a title match for WrestleMania.
Yeah, for what purpose?
That's the only person that I'm kind of he'll be in the end, but I don't think he's gonna win it.
Goldberg and Brock, they already did it, so were they gonna tease probably a
and
triple
Goldberg
threat?
only has contracted to do a couple more matches. So what is he gonna do? Win the title and lose it on Raw?
Exactly. And that doesn't make sense. Strowman, if they're going to be pushing him towards maybe to fight Big Show or Brock, they haven't really teased anything. There's so many different angles because on Raw, it's a crapshoot. Literally, somebody will come out and has no bearing on the match that's in the ring, and it's like Strowman will come out and interfere in a Seth Rollins match. Why?
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to feud there. Why are you interfering? It doesn't make sense, but...
The only thing is I've heard on reading articles that Vince McMahon loves Strowman.
Yeah.
Because he's a big guy, and he's all about the big guys, the 80s and stuff like that. So who knows? Vince McMahon ultimately says, hey, you're winning it this year.
The Big Four might give us something to look forward to in that match. Like, they'll be tossing guys like crazy, that's for sure. I do see the 4 guys in the final 4 or final at least 6.
Yeah.
But I think Strowman's going to eliminate. I would love to see him eliminate himself. I don't see anybody eliminating Strowman other than those other 2 characters.
So Bray Wyatt's your pick. I got to go with Strowman, just an insider, possibly Strowman winning.
Yeah. I think that's a good pick.
Well, they're the last 2 that you picked. You picked both of them, so see what happens.
Yeah.
Sunday. Royal Rumble.
Thanks, guys.